All right, hello everyone. My name is Jacob Wolf, and I am assigned to do the exercise 5-13. And so with this exercise, I actually went to the homework and I copied it from the homework and I put it into an Excel sheet so that we can not see it directly from the homework, and also so I could be able to check everything, make sure it was all right. So I'm going to go ahead and open this Excel sheet right here. And I hope that these colors and everything aren't too confusing. I tried to organize it well, but we're here with the exercise 513. It says, below is a series of cost of goods sold sections for companies B, M, O, and S. And so then it just has blanks. It says, fill in the lettered blanks to complete the cost of goods sold sections. So basically, we're just solving for the blank. And as I was going through the textbook a little bit, I looked up the text where it talks about these cost of goods sold sections. And as I was going through, I comprised some formulas that helped me to solve each one of these. Basically, you can look at the different ratios and ways of getting each value, and you can use basically just algebra to solve it. So if we go down a little bit, I've got these formulas here. You can see there's a beginning inventory plus cost of goods sold purchased equals cost of goods sold available for sale. There's a formula that's cost of goods sold available for sale minus ending inventory equals cost of goods sold. There's purchases minus purchase returns and allowances, and also minus discounts, with a total of, or that equals to net purchases. And the last formula I can kind of comprise is net purchases plus freight in equals cost of goods sold purchased. And so those are the basic formulas that I have and that I kind of comprised. If we look at A right here, we're going to be looking for net purchases. And so I went back down to my formulas and I looked at what formula I had net purchases in it. And so it was this one. And I basically just found the other values. So if I go back up to company B, I'm looking for purchases and then purchase returns and allowances. So the purchases for company B was 1,650. So I logged that in right there. And there were no discounts. There weren't any discounts in any of these, but the purchase returns and allowances for company B was 88. So I took that back down here. As you see, it's purchases minus those purchases, returns, and allowances. So if you just do that, that's 1,650 minus 88 comes out to 1,562. And so there's our A value, 1,562. Then if we're looking at B, we're going to be trying to find cost of goods purchased. And so a formula that had cost of goods purchased in it was this one down here. It's net purchases plus freight in is your cost of goods purchased. And so, actually, you know what? I actually used a different one for this one. So that was my first, that was the first formula. This also has cost of goods purchased. So we start with the beginning inventory, which for company B, the beginning inventory is 275. I put that in there. And then I have a cost of goods available for sale of 1,980. And that was given to us, cost of goods available for sale, 1,980. So to solve for cost of goods purchased, what we can do is, because you're adding beginning inventory and cost of goods purchased, you can subtract cost of goods purchased from cost of goods available for sale. So that's 1980 minus the 275. Sorry, I messed up and I actually said something else, but we're going to subtract beginning inventory. And that gets us 1,705. So then that's our B value, 1,705. For cost of goods sold, we're going to be taking our cost of goods available for sale, which is the same one from here, 1,980, and our ending inventory, which we were given, ending inventory of 341. And we're going to actually add those together. 341. Oh, actually, sorry. I'm getting my own formulas confused. So that we'll actually subtract that. So we have our 1980. We're going to subtract it, or subtract 341. So that gets us a value of 1,639. And so we're going to go ahead and log that up here in our table. 1,639. Now if we go to company M, we're going to go ahead and solve for D, which is the next one, which is purchase returns and allowances. The formula I found for finding purchase returns and allowances is here, where we have purchases minus purchase returns and allowances, and we actually don't have any discounts, so we'll disregard that. So purchases minus that gets us our net purchases. And so I found the net purchases of company M. Net purchases were 1,144, and then our purchases came out to be 1,188. And so when we take 1,144 and we add, or we find the difference, subtract it by 1,188, we get a difference of 44. So if we just double check that right now, we can go 1,188 minus 44, and that equals our 1,144. So that is our D value. Next, we're going to be finding, well, actually, we'll go to E. Since I do not know the alphabet, I went ahead and went to D. We're going to go to E now. That's our freight in. So freight in was a little tricky for me to find, but just looking at the table and looking at the different values and the relationships between them, I have the formula of net purchases plus freight in is our cost of goods purchased. So to find E, we're going to look at our net purchases, which we actually had from from solving D. We have net purchases of 1,144, and then our cost of goods purchased is right here. We'll go over to company N, is 1,353. So plug those guys in here, and what we'll do is, because we're adding it, we'll take 1,353, and we'll subtract 1,144. That should give us the difference of 209. So if we check that again, 209 plus 1,144 is equal to 1,353. So our E value will be 209. And for F, we're going to go ahead and find ending inventory. Our ending inventory can be found by taking cost of goods available for sale and finding the difference between just the cost of goods sold. And so I took those two values again. We have the cost of goods sold from our last problem, which is 1,353. And our cost of goods available for sale is a value that we were given. So goods available for sale, we'll go to company M. That's 1,485. And so we take 1,353, subtract it by 1,485, we get a difference of 132. It's a negative 132, but it's important that we just get the difference. So there's 132, and then we can, again, try that out. 1485 minus 132 is equal to our 1,353. Our ending inventory for company M will be 132. All right. E, F, G, here we are. So if we move on to company O, we're just applying the same principles. This can kind of sound a little repetitive. Once you have the formulas, you can start to use them, but I'll just keep on going through it. So if we're going to find the purchases, the formula I found for purchases is taking that same purchases formula, purchases minus purchase returns and allowances, which is what we have, and then that's what gets our net purchases. And so we were given the net purchase for company O of 8,151. We plug that in, and then we also take the purchase returns and allowances of 319 that we were also given. And so again, we will want to find the difference between that. That's 8,151 minus 319. Sorry, we'll actually want to add those. So yeah, scratch that. We'll actually take the 8,151 and add the 319, and that will get us to 8,000. I guess to 8,470. And so if we take that 8,470, subtract 319, we get 8,151. So 8,470 is our value for the purchases. All right, and we're going down to H. We're going to be finding the freight in for company O. And so this is, we went through freight in already, and we'll just use that formula for freight in. And here we have those values. So we'll take 8,855 and subtract 8,151. That gets us a difference of 704. So that 704 plus 8,151 should come out to the 8,855, which it does. So our value for H is 704. All right, so for cost of goods available for sale, I'm going to be solving for I for company O. Cost of goods available for sale is the formula that we're going to take cost of goods sold and then subtract ending inventory. So if we take cost of goods sold, which we were given, that's 8,360 minus, because we'll add that. Sorry, I get it confused sometimes. 8,360, so I'll be actually plus the 1,265, and that gets us 9,625. So that is our value for I for the cost of goods available. You can take that 9,625 and subtract 1,265, and that's 8,360. I just always like to check it, just to make sure that my algebra is adding up. So for that I value, we have 9, 6, 2, 5. All right, and here we are on the last one, on company S. So I think the only formula, or the only one that we haven't solved for yet is beginning inventory. And for some reason, I remember this one being kind of weird to solve for beginning inventory. But as we look at it, we'll look at J. And to solve for beginning inventory, we're going to take our costs of goods available for sale and cost of goods purchased, and then subtract cost of goods purchased, and that will get us our beginning inventory. I think I remember. Yes, I remember now. So the reason I was having trouble with beginning inventory is because we have to solve this cost of goods purchased first, because it is not given to us. So if we go to that one to solve for cost of goods purchased for the company, S, we're gonna looking down here. So we're given the values net purchases and freight in for company S. And so for this formula, it's net purchases plus freight in. It gets our cost of goods purchased. So we're going to go ahead and take those values, 46,519 plus 2,464. And that gets us to a value of 48,983. All right, so with 48,983, we can put that in our L value. 48,983. And now we have one more value to be able to solve beginning inventory, I believe. Let's go ahead and try that again. So our beginning inventory, we take our cost of goods purchased, which is at 48,983, and then cost of goods available for sale, which we are given here is 54,483. And so we'll plug those two numbers down here. And then we see that we can take the cost of goods available for sale, which is at 54,483, and subtract cost of goods sold purchased, which is 48,983. That gets us 5,500 as a beginning inventory. Now to solve for that last one, which is purchase, returns, and allowances, we will take our net purchases, which is 46,519, plug that in. Again, we don't have any discounts or anything. I think I just saw in the textbook that you can also subtract those discounts, but nothing had discounts. And then we'll take our purchases from the beginning, and we will, so because it's purchases minus purchase, returns, and allowances equals net purchases, we're going to take net purchases, which is 46,519, and we'll just subtract it from 47,949 to find that difference. And the difference is 1,430. Again, it comes up negative, but that difference is what we're looking for. And so then we can just try that out. 47,949 subtracted by 1,430 gets us that 46,519. So our last value, K, is 1,430. All right, guys. Well, that was kind of long. This one for me was basically just using algebra. I have, the same table. I just changed the colors a little bit. And this is exercise 513. Here's another look at the formulas and the values. I hope that helped, guys.